Hello, and welcome to another Possum Paw Prints. I'm Winchester, and I'm here with some do's and don'ts of buying a fursuit. Most of these are if you're commissioning a fursuit, although some of them do apply to buying pre-mades or secondhand suits. So let's jump right in and get started. Number one do, have a clear ref sheet or reference sheet. This tells your maker what you want, and there are no questions. You generally need a front, a back, and a side view, and any other specialty markings. So like Winchester's ref sheet, you can see that there's several areas around it that show the different markings that are on him, such as the one on his elbow, his ears, his chest, his tummy, his tails, his tail, and his thighs. And those are all markings that are very specific places, colors, and sizes that if I were to give that to somebody and I say I want art or a suit made, they would know exactly what goes where and what it looks like. Occasionally, you'll get a maker who will work off of descriptions. But it takes longer. Sometimes you'll get charged for having to make a ref sheet, and it can go a lot back and forth because there'll be a confusion on what you want and don't want on your suit. So your best bet is commission somebody to make you a ref sheet. Number two, do read the maker's terms of service or terms and conditions. They're both the same thing. Even if the maker has not sent you one, either ask for it or go to their site and look for it, because you want to know what you're getting into. This is basically a contract between you and the maker. So if there's something in there that you don't agree with, you need to know about it before you start giving money to that maker. A lot of times what's in a terms of service will include, but not always be limited to, how they calculate total amount, their cancellation policy, their refund policy, their return policy, any warranties or guarantees that they might have, how to store your suit and where it might be stored while it's at the maker's workshop, and whether or not they have any pets that you might not have to worry about if you're allergic. Number three. Can't really do three. Number three. Before you even give a maker money, make sure that they send it with a tracking number. Once the suit is done, you want to make sure that you know where that suit is. Most makers, and myself included, state that once it's left our paws and is off into the postal service, it's out of our hands, which is true. But you need to know where that is, and a tracking number can help with that. It alleviates tension on both sides of the buyer of whether or not you're ever going to get your suit, and of the maker. You can prove that the suit arrived even if the buyer says it didn't. Number four, do pay in a timely fashion. When you're committed to buying a fursuit, especially a commissioned fursuit, you are essentially paying that person's salary. So make sure that when you pay in a timely fashion. If you say you're going to pay every month, pay every month. I understand that things come up and that fursuits are a luxury. But this goes back to the terms of service. If for some reason that you cannot pay, even on 1 month, and you don't communicate with the maker, they may very well just cancel your commission and you won't get money back. Or you might. It depends on their terms of service. Every maker is different. And number five, be patient. Fursuits are a luxury. They are timely. They are intricate. They are not easy to make, especially when you've got several commissions. There's a good chance that your commission is not the only commission that the maker has, even if they're a small maker. It doesn't have to be Made for You or Autumn Fallings or Beast Cub or Sky Pro to have more than one commission. Many makers will do this. They'll open up, say, 5 slots one time of the year and close down for the next 8 to 9 months or even the whole year. They do this so they have work throughout the year. Also remember that these are not machines working on your fursuit. Okay, this isn't something that you can pick up at Walmart for 20 bucks. These are real people with real lives, and things happen. Now, if your maker is a good one, they'll keep in constant communication. Even if you have to initiate the communication, that's okay. But when they start ignoring your communication, when they start blocking you from Facebook communication or emails or texting or whatever it is, that's when you want to be worried. But as long as they're keeping in constant communication with you and explaining any delays that may come up, you shouldn't be too concerned. Alright, now we're going to go into the don't side of it. Number 1, don't bug your maker for updates. If they have updates, they will send you updates. Okay? This goes along with the whole be patient scenario. When you put stress on makers because you want an update, there's a good chance that you're just going to upset the maker and they're going to drop your commission. It might even be possible that they haven't even started on your suit yet. Just because you paid in May and it is now October does not necessarily mean that your suit is the one being made. They will get to your suit. You will get it. Communication is key. Remember that. Communication is key. If they stop communicating, then be worried. Do not be worried if there's no updates. Only if they stop communicating. Now, if you're purchasing a pre-made suit and you've paid it off, there's no reason why a maker should not have sent you the suit already. So make sure you keep on top of that. But if you're purchasing a commission suit, don't go on every other day or even every other week. Where's my suit? Because all you're going to get back is goodbye. So make sure you be patient. Don't bug the makers. Number 2, don't. Never, ever, 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 ever pay friends and family. Repeat after me. No friends and family. The reason for this is friends and family to PayPal is basically a gift. Saying, okay, this person is giving this other person money. We don't need to watch out for that. So if anything happens, and I'm not saying it does, but if anything happens and your suit does not get completed, you can't get your money back. On the flip side of this, if you pay by goods and services, and you get your suit, and you charge back that money, that's illegal too. And that is against PayPal's terms and services as well. So don't do that either, because that's going to blacklist you, that's going to get you on a beware board, and you're not going to get a suit from another maker ever again. Now, if your maker comes to you, and be it a commission suit or a prepaid suit or a secondhand suit, and they ask you to pay for friends and family, say, no, I'd rather pay for goods and service. And if they ask you to A, do friends and family again, or B, pay for the fees, go to another maker. I don't care if you like their style. Go to another maker, because you never pay friends and family, and you never pay PayPal's fees, both of which are against PayPal's terms of services. Number 3, never, ever, ever, ever haggle over the cost of a suit. This maker over here may price their full suits at $2,000, and this maker over here may price their suits at $5,000. Why are they priced differently? Many different reasons. Do not go to this maker priced at $5,000 because you like their style and ask to get a suit at this maker over here for $2,000. It's not going to happen. Now, occasionally you'll get pre-made suits that say OBO or best offer. That basically means that it's open window for giving what you believe that the suit is worth. But there is such thing as called lowballing. If someone says a suit is $3,000 OBO, do not come back with an offer of $1,000. Okay, that's just insulting. So you want to pay what you believe it's worth, but you also want to pay for the maker's time and materials and everything that went into making the suit. Often, secondhand suits or pre-made suits will be less expensive than a commissioned suit. Now, if this maker over here that you absolutely love and have to have a suit of theirs is out of your price range, set your money aside. Don't touch it. Don't go to another maker. And save up more. And when you have that more, you can go to the maker that you love. Alright, number 4, don't. Don't ever, ever, ever take a design or a style and go to another maker and ask that maker to copy it. A, the design belongs to somebody. Doesn't matter who it is. That design belongs to another furry. They made the design, they paid for the design, what have you. And more than likely, if it's a suit that you're looking at, that design has already been made into a suit, and they certainly don't want a twin walking around out there somewhere unless they commission that twin. If it's a maker's style that you really like, but they're out of your price range, do not go to a cheaper maker and ask them to copy that style. First of all, they can't. Doesn't matter how good a maker they are. They have their own style. It's not going to look like another maker's style. It just isn't. Second of all, if you really like that maker's style, commission that maker. I actually had this happen to me. Around the first year that I was in the furry fandom, and I was actively selling commissioned suits, I had someone contact me. They sent me 2 photographs of suits, obviously by the same maker, and they asked me if I could copy that style, and they really liked the green one. And I told them, my style is not going to look like that. I cannot and will not copy somebody else's style. And I'm not going to copy somebody else's design, just point blank. I offered to create a design for them for free, inspired by the one that they liked. They did not like that idea. They got very upset at me, blocked me from their Facebook to message them, and I never heard from them again. That's not the way to do business with a maker. I don't know if they found someone to do it or not. I certainly hope not, because that's not right. But I can't say what other makers do. Alright, and number 5, don't. Do not, unless it's absolutely necessary and you talk to your maker, change the design midway through a build. Chances are they've already bought the fur that they need. They've already started on the design parts, however they start. I start with the head, so I start building the foam and then furring it and all that stuff. Some makers start with the paws, some makers start with the body. It's different maker to maker. But chances are they've already started. Do not come to them 6 months into a build and say, hey, I know I commissioned you for a blue and green wolf, but now I want this pink and red and yellow Dutch Angel Dragon. Don't do that, okay? If you truly, truly, truly feel that you have lost connection with that character, do me a favor. Allow the maker to finish, pay it off, resell the suit. You can see my other video about tips on selling fursuits here, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But do not ask them to change it. You can recommission if you really want this new design. You can recommission either that maker or another maker, but do not ask them to change it. Another good tip is, like a tattoo, make sure you want this, okay? Don't just get it for the sake of getting it. Fursuits are not made overnight. They take time. chances are, if you're just getting a fursuit just to have a fursuit, your best bet is to get a pre-made or a secondhand, because the commission ones take time. Some of the bigger makers can take a couple years, and even the smaller ones can take a year or more just for a partial. So if you're not even sure you want this design, go get a pre-made or a secondhand. Don't get this design until you are fully sure that that's what you want. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate having you here on Possum Paw Prints. And we will see you in the next episode. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Bye-bye now.